Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have a wonderful guest in studio today. It's Jeff Stainer, and he's a broker sales associate at RE/MAX Action. Well, hi, Jeff.
Great to meet you, Liz, and thank you so much for having me here today.
Well, I'm happy to, because it's that time of year where we kind of think about buying and selling a home. Mm-hmm. And tell me a little bit about why someone should choose you. There's a lot of realtors out there.
Yes, there are, Liz. Last night, when I was working in my office, one of my kids, my daughter walked past my office, and I asked her, Sid, why out of 37,847 agents in our multiple listing service that serves Naperville, why should anybody hire your dad to be their listing agent or buyer's agent? And every 14-year-old rolls her eyes, come on, Dad. Well, she goes, Dad, you have excellent expertise. You always help your clients in problems. You're a great problem solver. You were the first one to roll up their sleeves and help your client. And you love what you do, and you get them to the finish line. You help them buy and sell their home, and they're always happy with your results. And I thought a second, I go, oh my God, she's got it. Mm-hmm. And because of that, I've been with RE/MAX since 2003. I represent both buyers and sellers, and I understand that selling and buying a home is a very stressful thing in one's life. Mm-hmm. And my job is to make it as least stressful as possible. And I've been very fortunate in my real estate career that I won many awards. Last year I did win the Lifetime Achievement Award with RE/MAX.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And previously I won the Hall of Fame Award, and I also won the 5-Star Agent Award from Chicago Agent Magazine for the past 5 years. And I also won the award from Marketing Award of Excellence from Realtor.com, which is a wonderful result. And I always look at how well I do as a realtor based upon the reviews I get on Zillow and Trulia and things like that. But last night I was fortunate to receive a text from one of the agents I'm doing a closing this week with, and which is nice because I do get a lot of reviews from agents. And she said, Jeff, I know why clients hire you, because you always go above and beyond what is expected. Thank you for this. It's going to be a wonderful closing. So I thought that was a very nice touch. It
is. And let's talk a little bit about that, going beyond and above. Mm-hmm. Because it's when you're selling your home, let's talk about the seller side first.
Okay.
You know, it's tough. You know, you've made the decision to sell, and then you look at your house, and now you got to be ready to go. So tell me a little bit about how you prepare your seller for this big task. It's more I don't care if you've done it once or twice, it's still like shocking.
It is. Usually I tell my sellers, for every 100 homes on the market, there are 10 good ones. And we want your home to be one of those 10 good ones. The reason why is because those are the ones that sell the quickest for the highest and best price and the shortest amount of time. Because having your home on the market is not so much fun.
No, it's not.
Leaving for showings and things like that.
Right.
And having a lot of people that are walking through your home. So the first thing I always try to work on is curb appeal. So that's the first thing a buyer sees as they step out of their car is the front of your home. And that is the landscaping, that is the windows and the painting and the siding and the brickwork, the driveway, everything about the front of your home, as well as the sides and the rear and everything else. So everything has to be perfect. Next thing what I always try to do is get the inside neutralized, take personal pictures down, maybe do a little staging, remove any pet odor, cats, dogs, cooking odors, which is really big. Get rid of that, because as a buyer's agent, when I walk into a home, I don't want to smell anything. Because you have to picture your buyer buying that home for what they're going to live in.
Right.
Because a seller has to realize that this is no longer their home. This is an asset, and my job is to get the highest and best price in the shortest amount of time for them. And the last thing I do for my sellers, I do a little pre-home inspection. I'm not a home inspector or certified home inspector, but I know what they look for. Mm-hmm. So what we'll do is walk around the house and make sure that all those little minor things are taken care of before a buyer actually buys the home. And the reason why I do that is because when a buyer does buy the home, when that list is really, really long, the buyer goes, well, maybe I didn't buy the right house. Mm-hmm. But if that list is really short, they feel really comfortable with the decision they already made. And there's one less thing for the seller that would have to negotiate down the line.
That's smart.
Yeah.
It helps. You also we're in a digital world, so
right.
I would assume that a lot of people are looking online first.
Yes. approximately about a little over 90% of the buyers are online. So I am a premier agent with Zillow and Truly. I spend a lot of money a month on those, as well as enhanced listings on Realtor.com, all the social media sites as well. I belong to 2 multiple listing services. One is the MRED system, which is the Chicagoland system, as well as Proxio Pro, which is the international MLS. So I try to attract the international buyers. I really try to give my clients the best exposure possible for marketing their home. And I always kid with them and say that I do everything for your home except put the post in the ground. And when I actually do show up in my own sign panels I hang, because I don't really want them on the back of a pickup truck getting wrecked, and I take my own pictures and do all the marketing, they really say, you really do everything. I go, yes, I do. That's why I work a lot of hours. But at the end game is I can get the home on the market usually the same day. Right. And speed, and I don't want to miss any buyers or any potential. I want to do it in a professional manner and have it proper for my clients.
That's great, because it is a very fast market.
It is.
And sometimes those little extras can really slow it down.
Right.
So let's switch your hat. So that was the seller. So let's put that buyer hat on. How do you help your buyer?
Well, first I have to do with my buyers is get them pre-approved through a preferred lender. So therefore I know what they can buy, how much they can buy, what type of mortgage they're going with, FHA versus conventional or VA, because that really limits of what we can do. Then I meet in my office and we find out what qualities or things they would like to look in for a home. We set up some safe searches. And then we go out and look at properties. But when I look at properties with clients, I look at location, condition of the property, and floor plan. All the little beige walls, stainless steel appliances, or granite, that can all be changed after you buy the house. Right. But the main things, you can't. So when I take a buyer through the home, it's usually about a 30-minute process. We look not only at the eye candy, but we also look at the mechanicals, the furnaces, the roofs, the windows. So when we do make an offer on a house, we make an educated offer, and knowing what we're going to get ourselves into before we make that offer.
Well, it's smart that a buyer has you, because as a buyer, you are sometimes attracted to granite tops.
Absolutely.
Or a bigger kitchen, because you've come from a smaller kitchen, and that's on that bucket list of, oh my God, I want to have a great kitchen. And so that's great, but the rest of the house is terrible.
Right.
And so you need somebody, hopefully not a family member, because that keeps peace, to say, hey, let's look past the kitchen.
Exactly.
So that's a great role to play, Jeff. Jeff, do you have a team? Tell me about your team.
My team is myself, my client, my attorney, the lenders that I use, and a whole list of different contractors. So as a listing side, before homes go on the market, we have a lot of things that maybe need to get done: painting, carpet replacement or cleaning and things like that. And I oversee everything. If my client wants to buy appliances, I will go with them to Sears or ABT to buy those appliances. Where most realtors would just say, go ahead and pick them out and whatever. No, I really oversee the entire process. And I always tell my clients, from beginning to end, I'm with you. I'm there at the beginning when we sign the paper, and I'm there at the closing table to hand you the keys.
Nice.
So my team is really all those people, but as of yesterday, I hired a buyer's agent. It was a long time coming for myself. I wanted to find someone who had the same culture as I do, the same passion for what I do, and same determination and excitement that I had to bring in. And so I hired Susie Jumper. She's coming from another brokerage firm, and she starts on Monday, so it'd be a wonderful thing.
That's awesome. Well, that's a great thing, and we wish you a lot of luck. We wish Susie a lot of luck, and thanks, Jeff, for stopping by. You are a great agent. So
thank you so much, Liz. I totally appreciate it.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We're going to be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.